The Golden State Warriors. For years, that name evoked images of dazzling offense championship parades and a dynasty that seemed unbreakable. But the landscape has shifted. The once unassailable core is aging, key role players have departed, and the Western Conference is a shark tank of hungry contenders. As this pivotal offseason unfolds, a nagging question hangs heavy in the air, a mix of anxiety and desperate hope. Are the Golden State Warriors finally making the bold, decisive moves needed to reclaim their championship glory? Or are they once again playing a dangerous game of strategic indecision, merely shuffling pieces while their rivals make power plays? The immediate, glaring hole in the Warriors' roster became painfully apparent the moment Kevin Looney packed his bags for New Orleans. Looney, the unassuming anchor of their championship runs, left a void at the center position that Steve Kerr's small ball wizardry, often relying on Draymond Green, simply can't fill entirely. The need for a true big man, a defensive presence, and a rebounding force was undeniable. For a time, all eyes turned to Chicago Bulls star Nikola Vucevic, a player whose offensive versatility and rebounding prowess seemed like a tantalizing fit. Vucevic, entering the final year of his 3-year deal, presented an intriguing option, averaging a robust 18.5 points, 10.1 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game last season. He's an elite rebounder, capable of stretching the floor, a profile that on paper screamed Warriors. Yet, as quickly as the Vucevic rumors ignited, they fizzled. According to NBA insider Jake Fisher of the Stein Line, the Warriors have moved away from any potential trade. This isn't just a casual dismissal, it's a calculated retreat, a decision rooted in a blend of financial prudence and strategic skepticism. Vucevic, at 34, is owed a hefty $21.4 million next season before becoming an unrestricted free agent. The internal whispers suggested concerns about his long-term fit within the Warriors' evolving timeline. More critically, the Bulls, aware of Vucevic's value, reportedly slapped a steep asking price on him. A first-round pick alongside a second-rounder. For a Warriors team that, despite being under the first apron, is meticulously managing its assets and future flexibility, such a price for a player who might only be a one-year rental proved to be a sticking point. This move signals a clear philosophy. The Warriors are looking for solutions, but not at any cost, especially if that cost compromises their future or locks them into a short-sighted deal. So, if not Vucevic, then who? The answer, it seems, lies in a familiar, battle-tested veteran, Al Horford, the 38-year-old Celtics champion center. Fresh off a season where he started 42 games and averaged 9 points and 6.2 rebounds, has emerged as the frontrunner for the Warriors' signature. While his numbers might not jump off the page like Vucevic's, Horford brings something invaluable: a wealth of playoff experience, positional intelligence, and a calming veteran presence that could be ideal for a team led by Stephen Curry and Draymond Green. He's a cerebral player, capable of spacing the floor with his three-point shooting, 36.3% last season, and providing the rebounding and defensive IQ the Warriors desperately need. The key difference? Horford is available as a free agent, making him a far more realistic and cost-effective option compared to the high-asset trade required for Vucevic. The Warriors are prioritizing depth at center, but they are steadfast in their refusal to engage in a high-stakes, high-asset trade. This pivot from Vucevic to Horford is a clear indicator of their current strategy: seek value, prioritize fit and experience, and avoid mortgaging the future. The pursuit of Horford, however, is not without its challenges. The Warriors have already seen several big-name centers, Miles Turner, Brook Lopez, and Clint Capella, snatched up by other teams in the frenetic early days of free agency. This market scarcity only intensifies the pressure on Golden State to land Horford. Reports from Clutch Point's Brett Siegel indicate that the Warriors have been in talks with Horford for days, and a decision could be imminent. However, they're not alone in their pursuit. The Los Angeles Lakers, another team in desperate need of a center, have also registered significant interest, setting up a potential bidding war. While Horford would undoubtedly be a solid fit for the Warriors, providing a veteran big man who can space the floor and rebound, other teams might be able to offer him more lucrative deals than Golden State can. This adds a layer of suspense to the Warriors' offseason, highlighting the tightrope act they're performing between financial flexibility and securing the talent needed to compete. But the Warriors' offseason drama isn't confined to the center position. A surprising new rumor has emerged from Sacramento, hinting at a potential shakeup in the Warriors' young core. The Sacramento Kings, after an offseason that saw them sign Dennis Schroeder at point guard and Drew Eubanks at center, are reportedly setting their sights on Golden State Warriors forward Jonathan Kuminga. NBA insider Jake Fisher dropped a bombshell, reporting that the Kings are interested in including Malik Monk in a trade package for Kuminga. Sources say that Sacramento, meanwhile, would be interested in including Malik Monk in any outgoing trade package, but nothing substantial has materialized with the Warriors, Fisher wrote. This report is significant on multiple fronts. Malik Monk has been the subject of trade rumors for weeks, and his potential inclusion in a deal for Kuminga suggests the Kings are aggressively pursuing a talent upgrade. For the Warriors, the prospect of acquiring Monk, a dynamic scoring guard, in exchange for Kuminga, a restricted free agent, presents a complex strategic dilemma. Kuminga, despite his flashes of brilliance, has yet to fully solidify his role within the Warriors system. A sign-and-trade scenario, where the Kings could package Monk with other players or draft capital, is a distinct possibility. The Kings' sudden interest in Kuminga is somewhat unexpected, and it could even signal a larger plan, perhaps paving the way for a potential DeMar DeRozan trade later in the offseason if they can land Kuminga. However, the Warriors would need to be convinced that Monk's fit and immediate impact outweigh Kuminga's long-term potential, and they might have to outbid other teams for Kuminga's services, assuming Kuminga himself would agree to join Sacramento. This rumor underscores the Warriors' willingness to explore significant roster changes, even if it means parting with promising young talent, in their relentless pursuit of another championship. As the NBA offseason continues its dizzying dance, the Golden State Warriors find themselves at a critical juncture. Their cautious approach to the center market, prioritizing the veteran savvy and free agent flexibility of Al Horford over the high-cost gamble of Nikola Vucevic, speaks volumes about their current strategy. They are aiming for impactful, yet financially responsible upgrades. Simultaneously, the emergence of the Kuminga-Monk trade rumor reveals a team that, despite its dynasty status, is not afraid to explore bold moves, even if it means shaking up their promising young core. This isn't just about filling roster spots. It's about re-establishing a championship identity, about finding the perfect blend of veteran leadership and untapped potential. The stakes are incredibly high, and every decision made in the coming days will shape the trajectory of this storied franchise. Will these calculated risks pay off, or will the Warriors find themselves once again on the outside looking in? What do you make of the Warriors' offseason strategy so far? Are they making the right moves to get back to championship contention, or are you worried they're missing out on bigger opportunities? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as gripped by this NBA offseason as we are, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for all the breaking news and in-depth analysis you won't find anywhere else. Let's keep this conversation going.